do Blade Runner 2049 review. I never seen the original. I don't know if the sequel is better than the original or the original is better than the sequel. As I said, I think the sequel I hopefully is gonna be better than the original if I watch, because we can see that Harrison Ford is green in there. So yeah. So no, there's no original movie review. So yeah, let's just review the sequel, shall we? Blade Runner 2049 is directed by Denis Villeneuve, as I pronounce the name, and the director, I think. Star in this movie is a great cast: Ryan Gosling, Harrison Ford, Robin Wright, Jared Leto, the Joker that I didn't like, but I found out his acting is okay, and Dave Bautista. It's a very great cast that we can see these three famous movies that we can see as Jared Leto, Star Wars, as Harrison Ford, as Han Solo, and Dave Bautista from Guardians of the Galaxy, as I thought. So let's do a plot, shall we? So the plot of this movie is where you got this guy named Officer K, who is playing as Ryan Gosling, to find out what he says miserably, to find out something about his identification, to find out what is happening in this world. They really need to solve the mystery. So that's why he's a police officer called Officer K, also known as Joe. Did I just spoil the movie? So after all that, there's this girl named, I don't know who's the girl name actually, but I really hope if she has a girlfriend. So Officer K needs to identify something like great like identify the mystery version of it. They really need to find what cost happened after the villain of the Blade Runner star David Bowie, I think, because it's kind of actually one of the villains who I thought he was great. So the villain in this movie is where you got this guy who plays as Jared Leto. As I said, I didn't like the new Joker. I think it's okay cast. But actually, Harrison Ford is, yes, he is playing as Mr. Deckard. I think Deckard is always his name. So when I first thought of this movie, I thought this movie would be like, wow. Not because of the sequel. It is actually one of the surprising that we can see to compare to the original. Because I have seen the original before the sequel has announced. As I thought Blade Runner is cool, because it's directed by Ridley Scott. I thought Ridley Scott is great, except in Alien Covenant. I still like Alien Covenant, but I don't think his improvement on Alien Covenant was not that good. But it's good though, but still not great. But as I forward to, I am speechlessly right now, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the favorite movies of the year I have ever saw in my life in this year. What does that mean? Great visual effects, great casting, great music, and the very loud audio that is very realistic, and very catchy scores, and the battle action scenes, great cast, and a great couple, even especially the villain in this movie as Jared Leto. Even though I didn't like him as the Joker, but this, wow, I gotta say he's very, very well acting in this movie, and very concise, improved, impressive, and have ever saw. Even the visual effects is very awesome, because this movie has set even like a 35 years or 30 something years after the original. I was thought, oh my god, this is actually the years like Alien Covenant, like Terminator, or something else that we can see. But even especially when you see this movie, it's mind blowing. It's craziness, speechless. It's very well acted. I gotta say, Denis Villeneuve is going to be the top favorite actors list. He's so great. He's done well, very well directed, and did a good take care of those actors that we see. It's like I see Star Wars, but our version. I mean, I like Star Wars, but I think this is kind of likely a lot better because I feel like I watched Star Wars because there's Harrison Ford in it. Since Harrison Ford has died in Han Solo in The Force Awakens, which is hated because he really likes to be in the Blade Runner more because it's like Star Wars but R-rated version. I gotta say, this is one of the best movies of the year I've ever saw. Great cast, great visual effects, great audio, the best score I have ever heard in my life. Is this the best comic book movie of the year? I gotta say, yes. This is actually a comic book movie. If you didn't believe me, go check what is Blade Runner based on. This is actually a comic book movie that I wanted to watch. And wow, this is one of the best movies of the year. Even better than Spider-Man Homecoming. Even though I like Spider-Man Homecoming, this is one of the best movies of the year. And this is surprisingly good. This is very touching. This is very shock, very dark, because it's R-rated. Even though it's very long, if it's almost 3 hours, damn, that's so long as hell that I started to watch 11 until 3-5. 3-5. I just watched this. Very long, is it? But I gotta say, this is one of the best sequels I've ever saw. This is very great. This is gorgeous. This is very well acted that I wanted to see this movie. I'm glad this is like one of the best sequels that joined to the Mad Max Fury Road. Mad Max Fury Road. It's great. It's great. Even Blade Runner, they did well. They did very well. Even they didn't do well, such as Alien, such as Terminator, because they were Terminator is PG-13 because they did do a startup well. Even Alien Covenant did a pretty good improvement well, but even though it's not that very impressive and very well, I gotta say this is one of the best sequels of all time. This is very, very wonderful. And I gotta say, this is one of my best movie of the year. Go watch it. And if you're not familiar with a 3 hours movie, so you can still watch it, you know? You can still watch the internet and whatever else. So yeah. You know I'm gonna give Blade Runner 2049? Blade Runner 2049 gets an A plus. This is one of the best movies of this year. Go watch it. I owned you and I forced you to watch it. This movie, one of the best movies of 2017. It's great. Definitely, if Star Wars The Last Jedi has over Blade Runner, I would say Blade Runner could be better because it's like a Star Wars but R-rated version. So that's all guys for my movie review, guys. What are your thoughts on Blade Runner 2049? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you like it? Or do you think this is just kind of okay? So guys, yeah, and I have a special announcement for all of you. I'm gonna review all the Thor movies before to the lead up for the Thor Ragnarok. Yes, I'm very excited for Thor Ragnarok. I can't wait to review Thor movies. And next year, don't forget, coming up starting for the 1st January, uh, starting for the another second week of the January 2018, I'm gonna do a review on MCU movies for next year, lead up to the Infinity War, especially Ant-Man and Black Panther. No. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy Blade Runner 2049. So that's all, guys, and I'll see you guys next time where I'm gonna do a movie review next. Thor and Thor the Dark World. These two movies I'm going to review this next. And also, the game review. I have finished Last of Us Remastered. And wow, I think this month has masterpiece movies I have ever saw. The Last of Us, Blade Runner. These two. One masterpiece movie. One Last of Us game movie. I mean game, just game. Okay, so that's all, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, CMGuy14, Twitter, CMGuy5, and Google Plus, the same name and the same YouTube name. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.